Happy Friday, everybody. It's Ron from Cali Fabrics. We've got an amazing group of Deadstock fabrics for you. A huge mix. We've got wools, we've got linen blends, we've got cotton, some really nice Italian stuff. So excited to share this group to you. It's a big mix. Let's take a look. All right, there really is just so much variety in this Deadstock group. We're going to start right over here with these mid-weight cotton sateens. These have some spandex, so these are actually stretch sateens. Stretch about 15% stretch along the width, maybe up to 20%, but no more than that. But really nice soft sheen, really beautiful rich colors on these sateens. This is the tan, but it comes in ivory, this really dark kind of espresso brown, it's really pretty. This purple, which kind of leans blue, really nice color. I really love the navy. This is another, just really like, this is a good balance on a dark, rich navy blue. And I feel like the navy kind of really shows off the soft sheen really well. So really nice. Like I said, it's definitely a substantial mid-weight, not super heavy, but like not something you're gonna make a top out of. This is definitely more of a skirt, or obviously a pair of pants with this extra stretch. You could do something that's more of a slim fit or even a skinny fit with a pair of pants, skirts, dresses, jackets. This is wonderful because it just gives you that little bit of extra stretch across the shoulders and at the elbows where you need it. Really nice. These are really nice. I was excited to get these in. Really vibrant sunbeam yellow, really kind of nice classic orange. This down here is the red, which is also just really pretty color. This kind of blushy pink. They're rolled face in, which is why I'm flipping it out, because the back side of these is more of a matte. They don't have that doesn't have the sheen to it. Kind of a peachy pink blush color. And then this last one here is the hot pink, which is, again, just a really rich color. The colors are they really pop. Really love these. They're very nice. Sateen has been really popular on the site lately, so I know people are going to love these. This here we have some suiting fabrics. So most of these are viscose blends. This specifically is a viscose poly spandex, but there's some viscose wool, some other things over here that we'll get into. These two window pane checks, so there's a navy with white and ivory with brown. Really classy, really nice soft hand on these. Again, this is like something with like a really nice kind of blazer or a dress, something like that. They have a really nice refined look. Very soft hand. Like I said, these have a little bit of spandex too, so just a little bit of stretch along the width. Very nice. This one is really cool. I gotta pull it out so you can really see the texture on this, because this has this really cool, it's very much like a tweed, but this is a viscose blend. I want to say this is, let me see here, actually I have it on the tag. This is Italian. It's a viscose cotton polyelastane blend. So it's got a little bit of everything, and it's just these fibers come together to make a really remarkable fabric. It's got kind of a loopy tweediness to it. It's got a great texture while also having a very kind of soft hand. It's really nice and substantial in weight, and then it's got a really nice stretch to it. I was talking to my mom about what would you make out of this? In my head, it's like a nice drapey jacket or something like that. She thinks a pair of joggers would be really nice out of this. It's got a great texture, a lot of character in this Italian fabric. Really love this. Really unique piece. This one is more of a classic. This is feels very much like kind of like a wool flannel type suiting. It's got a twill weave to it. Classic check, ivory and black. This one also has just a bit of stretch and is a viscose wool blend, I believe. Check the site for all of the content on these, because it's very possible that I'll call something a viscose wool or a viscose blend, and it's a rayon wool or something like that. I don't have them in front of me when I do this, so every once in a while I get things mixed up. So definitely check the site for the most accurate information. This one is for sure a viscose wool blend. However, really pretty navy, kind of a deep navy crepe. Great weight. Wool crepe is already kind of really nice and drapey usually, and that little bit of viscose, however much, has a really nice, just adds a little bit to it. Adds a little bit to that drape. Also adds some really nice softness, so that it doesn't have that kind of scratchy, just classic wool feel. It's a little more soft than you'd expect. Really pretty, very refined, classic crepe blend. This, I totally thought this was wool. This one surprised me. This one is polyviscose, but it looks like a brushed wool gabardine in this really, really beautiful, rich green. Really love this one. I love the color in this. I love the softness. There's not much about this that I don't love. I think this would make a wonderful jacket, but you could do a pair of shorts, you could do pants, a skirt, anything like that. It's a nice mid-weight twill weave fabric with a decent drape. Really nice, classic. This is a coating, so this is more like a wool melton with a really big, kind of an oversized plaid and these really pretty neutrals, taupes and black and brown and kind of caramel coming together to be just a very nice classic. I think something obviously like a pea coat or an overcoat, something big that'll really show this plaid pattern off. Though I've seen like bomber jackets out of this sort of thing with these big plaids that look really, really nice. Add some black ribbing to that and it's really, really nice looking. Okay, another wool blend. I think this one is, these two actually are 90% wool, 10% nylon. So this is, you can kind of see, this is also like a wool melton, heavier coating weight fabric. This one has a really cool kind of twill texture to it. So you gotta get that diagonal weave look and a really nice, rich kind of mottled olive. Love the texture. I love the color on this. I love this fabric. This is just your classic, this is a classic fabric, just classic wool tweed. Elbow patches not included, but very much the feel of it is just so nice. This would be a really nice, I'm thinking something like an unstructured blazer because it has just that little bit of drape. That'd be really, really nice. It's also very soft to the hand, so you could do something that isn't like maybe a half-line blazer. Really, really nice. Obviously, you could do a skirt. There's other things you can do with this. Just first thing I saw, this is a classic. Has that very kind of Ivy League look to it. Really nice. This is really nice. I don't know that this is Italian, but I'd be shocked if it wasn't, because this is a nice and soft, beautiful wool. This is a Tencel twill. It's got that gorgeous kind of lotion, soft, washed feel to it. Really kind of, let's see, kind of see the twill weave. Very kind of tight, almost a micro twill weave to it. It's a Tencel, so it's got that crazy liquidy drape to it and that really pretty, I think the color name is Whiskey. It's just a really pretty caramely color. So soft. We got 3 or 4 rolls of this, which I was excited to be able to get more than just, one roll of it because it's really, really nice. This one's cool. This is another wool blend. This is another wool nylon blend. A little lighter weight than the last one. There's kind of a twill weave like this. This one has like actually kind of a pretty sheen to it as well. A nice kind of brushed twill weave and a lighter weight. So you could totally still do a jacket out of this. You could do something like a blazer. You could do a bomber jacket. Something, again, more unstructured because this has more drape than like those heavy coatings we were just talking about. Still really nice. Okay, now we're getting into more viscose blends, but these are viscose linen blends for the most part. Some of these are rayon linen, some are viscose linen, some have stretch. Like this one. This one has just a little bit of stretch on the width. It's really rich, beautiful kind of deep fuchsia, I guess, almost a berry. A little bit of stretch, maybe 10% stretch along the width. So if you want something with that beautiful linen texture, a soft hand, and just a little bit of give, this is going to be your friend. Here's another linen blend, a little bit of stretch along the width. This one has more of a twill weave to it, kind of focus there. Yeah, you can kind of see the twill weave in this really pretty butter, bordering on ivory, but definitely still yellowy, so I'm going to call this one butter. Here we have, this is just a really classic, gorgeous textured linen. I think this one is a linen rayon blend. Again, check the site. These are all either linen rayon or linen viscose, so very, very similar either way. Really nice, deep, rich navy and kind of like a very textural linen. Love that. This soft blush is really, really pretty. It's rolled faced, so let me fold it out for you a little bit. This has kind of this really pretty kind of subtle slub. You can kind of see them almost like streaked slubs across, and a really delicate blush color. Really soft. This one has a bit of stretch as well. So again, if you're wanting to use linen but not have something so restrictive, or you want to do something a little bit fitted but with that really nice natural texture, these are going to be your friend. Really nice and soft, high-end fabrics. And then the last from this linen group is just this really classic off-white. You can kind of get the texture here. Off-white classic linen texture again. With this one actually has quite a bit of stretch, maybe even more like 20 to 25% stretch on the width. Similar in some ways to our Marbella, but this is Deadstock, so it's going to be a little bit cheaper than the Marbella. Also, this is just a little bit drapier. It doesn't quite have as much body as that. But really, really nice and soft. These are great. This was a great find. On all of those linen blends, I think we only got one roll of each, which is kind of the bummer, but that's how the cookie crumbles with Deadstock sometimes. This one's really cool, really interesting. So at first I thought it was a corduroy, very similar in ways to a corduroy. It's got like, you know, it has ribs. It's 100% cotton ribs, got a little bit of a pile to it. So it may be technically a corduroy, but the ribs are very flat and have kind of a twill weave to them, which I've not seen before really. Really interesting fabric, somewhere between like a short pile cotton velvet and a corduroy in the way that it behaves. But really, really pretty taupe rib on the heavier side. So this is definitely more of a jacket or a skirt or something that's really got some heft and some body to it. I want to say this is well over 300 GSM, so definitely some weight to it. Really, really nice. We're coming up on fall, so a jacket out of this would be really, really nice. This is a cotton jacquard with this really pretty daisy pattern. It's got a little bit of a soft sheen. It's got this really, really pretty kind of, I don't know what you call it, kind of a checkered, really like a micro checkered texture to it. So it's a very, very textural, the daisies are still really subtle while being kind of fun. So again, something like a jacket, a skirt, a pair of shorts actually out of this, because this is more of a mid-weight than like a true heavyweight. So you could do some other really fun stuff with this. This is a really versatile weight and will be a fun fabric to play with. Here we have a couple classic twills, but really nice ones. I love the texture of this. Let me get rid of that little thread. Yeah, this one has just a really nice texture, kind of a soft sheen, a very, very soft, 100% cotton twill with a great texture and a light tan. And then this one here, this is a navy brushed twill, so you can kind of still see the twill weave, but this is so like almost suede. It's almost suede, the way that the brushing feels, and you can actually see it as I like move my hand. It's got kind of that suediness to it, so almost really like a sueded cotton twill. Really soft, really nice. This is a really interesting one and a very, very usable navy. Okay, this is an Italian poplin. More of a mid-weight poplin. This one's actually got a little bit of heft to it, and it's really nice. It's a light color. Let me focus that. Obviously light color, but it's really not see-through at all, which is really nice. So skirts, shorts, you can make it a pair of bottoms out of a lighter color. It's really nice to have something that isn't see-through. So something like that would be great. I think this would be a really fun and light pair of shorts. Definitely can make something like a jacket, like a lightweight jacket out of this. 100% cotton from Italy. This is a really soft, almost feels brushed, but it isn't. Cotton lawn, and this just classic kind of jumbo 1-inch gingham. Love that. Very usable. Like I said, it's a lawn, so more of like a top weight. You could do a skirt or something like that as well, though. This is really cool. This is a silk cotton. I think this is 60% silk, 40% cotton blend. Lawn. It's a border, kind of a border island print, or kind of like this eye-catty floral. I don't know exactly what to call this, with this kind of like dotted geometric border. Really fun. I feel like this could be a really cool skirt, but always fun things to do with border. It's a single border, so there isn't a border over here, so there's a lot of usable length here for if you wanted to do something like a dress or a skirt. You've got options. Really nice, very high quality, really nice and crisp. For a silk lawn, especially, it's a silk cotton lawn, and it's predominantly silk, but it's very much more like a structured cotton lawn in the way that it feels, almost like a poplin. Really, really nice fabric there. This one here is cool. I like this. This looks very antique-y, very like, I don't know, something that you discovered in a dusty attic in a way. It's got that dusty look to it. It's a voile, so it is going to be pretty sheer. 100% cotton with this really pretty antique floral on it. These two, when I ordered them, we thought these were cotton gingham with embroidery. These are polyester gingham with embroidery, but they're still really, really pretty. And nice thing with poly is obviously it's durable, it doesn't wrinkle. A lot of good things there. Polyester isn't always necessarily like our thing, but we decided to keep it because it is really pretty. So red and green on black embroidery all across the width of this fabric. Same thing here. Red and green on the blue gingham check. Still really nice quality, good feel to it, and the embroidery is really, really cute. Now we're getting into some gauzes. These are 100% cotton as well. These ones were rolled face in, so I kind of folded them over so we could see. Really beautiful floral watercolors. This is the kind of the purple and teal colorway. And then this one here is kind of like the turquoise and blue colorway. Really, really pretty. These are really light, nice quality cotton gauzes. Very obviously airy, nice drape to these. These are really nice. A couple more cotton gauzes. These ones are, I think, 60 inches wide, which the other ones are 45. 45 is kind of standard for gauze. These ones are a little bit wider, which is nice. Maybe 58 inches on these. Really nice, bold colors in these ones, though. This one here and this one here, they came together. They're clearly from the same place. They don't quite coordinate. This is more orange. This is more mustard, but they still look good together. I like the tiger print. I like the paisley print as well. But this tiger print, I think, is just really fun. Very usable. Bright and happy without being like too much, in my opinion. So really like that. And again, just really soft, nice, and drapey. Okay. Moving on to some knits. Like I said, there's a bit of everything in this group. These two are 100% combed cotton, so they're just super, super soft. 100% cotton, so no spandex. They do have a little bit of stretch on the width, but it's mechanical stretch. These no spandex here. Just a really soft 100% combed cotton jersey in white. And the white is also a little bit heavier than the black. Check the site for the GSMs. But you can probably even see on here the black is a little bit lighter weight. This is a little bit heavier weight. Both really, really nice. Combed cotton is always just so soft and it holds up really well. Couple of, I believe these are rayon spandex or viscose. These are viscose spandex ribs. And this is like a red, white, and navy stripe. And then a charcoal red and navy stripe. Classic stripes, great texture, really, really soft. Kind of pull it out. You can see really, really soft, kind of a heavy drape. These are really, really nice, honestly, just for like you could do a cardigan, but even just like a top out of these would be really, really comfy. And very just a classic. This is a classic stripe that you can't go wrong with. Okay, we've got some gray knits, but a variety of knits. This is a sweatshirt fleece, 100% cotton sweatshirt fleece, super soft. For a sweat, it's still a midweight, but for a sweatshirt fleece, this is on the lighter side. A pair of joggers would be fantastic out of this. A couple waffle knits. This is, I believe this is a rayon blend. Super stretchy on this one and really, really soft. Kind of socky, if socky is a word, but it just really feels like a really nice soft sock to me. Very, very comfy for like a Henley, a thermal top, stuff like that. Really, really nice. This is another waffle knit. But this is a little bit chunkier, and this one has a brushed face. So this is just ridiculous, like lotion, ridiculous soft. Still's got that great drape. But like I said, a little more heft and just added softness of being brushed. This is really nice. This is a cotton, I think this is actually 100% cotton rib. Nice chunky rib and a beautiful rich oatmeal color. Really like hefty. This is a really nice hefty, but still very soft rib. It's got good stretch along the width, but it is mechanical. Like I said, there's no spandex in this that I'm aware of. So really soft, really nice, kind of hefty knit. Great for a sweater, really. This is what I would do. A sweater dress, something like that. This is really nice. Okay, the last three are some really nice, very, very kind of like tight weave, mid-weight cotton wovens. So this is a really pretty, very soft cotton poplin, really tight weave. Wherever this came from, this is a really, really nice quality. So I was excited to get this in. This is basically the same thing, but this one is more of an off-white than a true white. And then this one over here is actually, it's a sheeting. So really, really tight weave. classic cotton. This one I think has some poly in it as well. So this is a cotton poly. Sheeting, really nice, super soft and smooth hand. And honestly, like a poly cotton sheeting is really nice to have because it's wrinkle resistant. It's a classic. It's, yeah, it holds up. It's durable. And this is a really, really nice one. Yeah, really high end.
All right, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about any of the fabrics you saw in this video, please drop them down in the comments below, or you can always shoot us an email at support@califabrics.com. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend, everybody.